Alright, we're back again with another video, and today we're going to be covering Amplifier C on the south defense for your, and we're going to be building the trap tunnels for your endurance and storm shield defenses, and we're going to get straight into it. Alright, so for the south direction, this is the only spawn where the husks will spawn for the south direction. This is the only spot. I'm going to be building a trap tunnel in that one spot and this second spot, just so since husks will go up there. Alright, so we're going to start the first trap tunnel on this side. So I want you to do what I exactly do here. So you can build it in metal or brick. Alright, it's really up to you. Alright, so what we're going to do is place a floor wall, and a ceiling, just as if you're making a box. And then I want you to repeat it as you're just going up the staircase, kind of. Not really, but up the hill pretty much. Then I want you to be placing stairs on the, whatever you want to call it, just so it allows you to place traps. And then the husks will continuously take damage as they're walking up to try and get to the amplifier. Alright, so what we're going to do is here, we're going to be extending the trap tunnel by 2 boxes. And then what I want you to do is next, actually edit this wall, and I want you to build a box. Just because we're going to get husks and launch them into that box and they'll instantly die. So I want you to build actually 2 of those. And this actually give us a high chance of completing the endurance for the storm shield, since it's going to be harder for the husk to even try and get to the amplifier. And now I want you to actually extend this trap tunnel, so then just in case, if they don't get launched into the boxes, they'll go up and they'll continuously take damage. Alright, now we're going to actually make it harder for the husk to even try and get this amplifier. So as they come up, there will be another box where they'll get launched into. And I want you to do actually twice. I want you to build an extra box next to it. By doing this, is going to be insanely hard to even get to the amplifier. They won't even make it to the end of the boxes. So you don't need to worry about anything. So if you don't want to do those last few boxes, you don't need to, but just in case if the husks do make it there or a smash out, then I would advise you to make the box just in case. If you didn't notice, I did break one of the walls to even extend the trap tunnel even further. This is because I'm just making extra boxes just so I can destroy the husks insanely fast, and they won't even be able to try and break the wall and get to the amplifier. So as you can see, I have my 3 boxes there, and they literally, there's like a 99% chance they won't even make it to those boxes, since they're gonna die insanely fast at the start. Alright, so what I want you to do is, the traps I want you to place on the floor and the stairs is the floor spikes. This is because they'll continuously take damage as they're walking across the trap tunnel. Then on the walls, you can rather place, on these 2 walls, you can rather place a wall dynamo or a broadside. I just like using the broadside since it can hit multiple targets at once, and the wall dynamo just does a single target. Then on this back wall, I want you to place a wall dart. This is because it will literally fire shots and the damage is insane on it. Then on the ceilings, I want you to place a ceiling gas trap, since it can also target multiple husks and miss monsters, stuff like that. And then also on this back wall, I want you to repeat the same thing as we did in the first. So a wall dart on the sides, do broadsides. This is gonna allow you to continuously hit multiple targets, stuff like that, and also place a ceiling gas trap on the ceiling. Well, over here I did place wall dynamos on the wall, but it's really up to you. I would advise the broadsides since they will hit multiple targets, but wall dynamo is very effective in these positions. Now, to get the husks into the boxes, we're going to place wall launchers on these 2 specific walls. Now, in these boxes, I just went with broadsides, a ceiling gas trap, ceiling zapper, stuff like that. But really, it's really up to you what traps you want to use, since you may not want to craft new ones. But in here, you can use any trap you want, any ceiling trap, any wall trap, any floor trap. But I just went on the floor with the freeze trap, and you can go with any type of traps in these boxes. It doesn't really matter. But maybe I would say keep one box like a bit powerful, since if smasher goes into the boxes, they will instantly die, and you won't have to worry about your builds breaking and stuff like that. And yeah, you can copy the same traps as I did in the boxes, and across the trap tunnel on the ceilings, do put ceiling gas traps like everywhere, and then this will literally stop husks from getting even through. And yeah, on this wall, I want you to place a wall dart, and also on these walls right here, you can place whatever trap. It doesn't matter. You can place a wall dynamo if you want, and the rest of the floor, I want you to place wooden spikes everywhere, pretty much, or except the boxes. But if you want to, you can. You need to also place the wall launchers to get the husks push into the walls. The boxes. So we're just gonna be placing the wall launchers for that. We're gonna be placing the traps for the inside the box. So over here, you can use whatever wall trap, ceiling trap, and floor trap. It actually does not matter. The husks or anything that enters this box, they're gonna get destroyed. 100% guaranteed. It doesn't even matter. They won't even make it through here, out here. They won't make it out alive. So you don't need to worry about anything. Then over here, I want you to edit out the top 3 squares for the wall, just so it allows you to place a wall dynamo on the wall, and then just in case, let's say if a husk made it there, they're gonna instantly die. Alright, what I'm gonna need you to do is now actually block off this certain point, because if we don't, husk will go around the trap tunnel. They will break the walls from the outside, or they will go all around to the amplifier. So we're gonna need to block that entrance off. So over here, I want you to come over here and build in this exact spot, just so husks don't go around, and it's just less pain for us. So we're just gonna keep building here and just continuously block off. So it takes like 10 years for the husks to even try and get through, and you won't have to worry about this certain side. Then what I want you to do is come over to this point, and then we're gonna also build more, just so they don't come up this ramp over here, just like so. You can do it just the same way how I have. And yeah, that's all you need to do for the blocking, and the husks won't be able to come up and go around the trap tunnel. Alright, now we're going to cover the second trap tunnel of where the husks can try and make their way to the amplifier. So now we're going to start building. I want you just to come on the bottom of the floor and then do the exact same building as I am. You're going to build the walls, the floor, and the ceiling. Then I want you to repeat this, but you're only going to do the walls and the ceiling, and then you just do it one more, a third time. And then also from the bottom, I want you to build stairs going up, so then you can place traps, and then when the husks come up, they'll continuously take damage. And I want you to also extend your floors and the walls, just so you can damage the husks when they come up. So over here, I want you to also copy the same build as I am, since if the husks do make it up, which there's like a 0% chance they will genuinely get destroyed by the traps that we're going to be placing. Then what I want you to do is place a stair over there, just so you can place traps. Then I want you to go to the bottom of the trap tunnel, and then I want you to do the exact same edit, just so we can make the husks take longer to even try and go up, since they'll have to go through that gap that we just made. Then on the floor, I want you to place a tar pit, or you can place a spikes if you want to. Then on the wall, you can place broadsides, or if you want a wood dynamo, but I did go with wall darts. But then for the ceiling, I went gas traps for literally every ceiling, because why not? Then unless you want, you can pick a few ceiling zappers, but I advise you to go for the ceiling gas trap. Over here, what I want you to do is for the back walls, continuously go for the wall darts. Unless you want to do something different, you can. But on the sides, I just went with the broadsides. But if you do want to go with the wall dynamo again, it's really up to you. And on the floors, I just went with the floor spikes. If you do want to go with tar pit, you 100% can. You don't have to worry. And on the back walls, I just advise you wall darts, since they're insanely powerful. Then they can literally take out the husk in one shot. And in between, I want you to build a wall just so you don't know which way the husks will come up. So if they come from the left side, you can still take them out. And on the right side, you can destroy them straight away. Then over here, we're going to repeat the same thing. Wall darts, but this time I went with wall dynamo. And also over here, we're going to electrocute the husks that come up, or a smasher. So we're going to do wall dynamo. When I first did my endurance, a smasher actually came up this direction and they got destroyed by the traps I placed. So I didn't even have to worry one bit. Alright, now we're done with the second trap tunnel. So what we're going to do is build a wall just in case if lobbers try and hit the amplifier. So what we're going to do is, you can build this in brick or metal. I wouldn't really advise wood since it could get destroyed easily. So I want you to go for a three layer walls, but make them high. Or you can do four, it's up to you, but it's really up to you. But 3 is fine. Husks won't be able to go to the amplifier. And yeah, really, that's what the wall look like. Now, what I want you to do is, just so you can protect yourself even more from the lobbers, you can place anti-air traps on top of the trap tunnels, so it can help you defend. And then you can, I'll say, place a few down just so you get protected. And make sure you do upgrade the buildings inside the trap tunnel and the outside, just so you're protected and you don't have to worry about them. You won't have to worry about rebuilding. And yeah, that's it for the video. I want to say thank you for watching, and let me know what you want to see next. And let me know if you want me to show you how to build the amplifier defense for Canyon Valley and Twine Peaks. That's all it for this one, and see you in the next.